Well, welcome to our workshop on how to create your own in-home childcare business. We have a team of folks here that are going to present very briefly on resources that they and their organization offer. And then we'll have links to all of these folks, and they can be people that you can reach out to for more assistance if you start your own in-home childcare business. Our first presenter is Deborah Mocher with the SBDC Small Business Development Center with Coconino Community College. And here she goes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah Mocher, and I'm with the SBDC, and I'm here today with this amazing group of child care service providers. I just wanted to take an opportunity to discuss quickly how easy it is to start your own business here in Arizona. Again, I'm with the SBDC, and we provide free counseling services to new businesses, to existing businesses, to growing businesses. We provide assistance with helping you with your business plan and really getting your costs and your marketing ideas together as you begin your business journey. Our counseling is all free, and one-on-one sessions are available. Assistance with loans as well. That's part of our business planning. And we welcome the opportunity to have you register with our services statewide. How to start a business. First thing is, of course, to decide on your business name. And when you start on your business name, you can look at the Secretary of State to search for names. You can also search through the Arizona Corporation Commission online. Once you find a name that works for you and no one else has it, you can either register that name as a trade name with the Secretary of State. The cost is $10, and that is good for 5 years. Or you can start an LLC or a corporation that is set up through the Arizona Corporation Commission. It is a one-time registration fee of $85. And definitely it provides added protection, limited liability company for your own personal assets and your own personal credit as you are beginning your business. The second step, once you have either your trade name or your LLC, is to register with the IRS for an EIN, which is your employer identification number. That is your Social Security number for your business. That's what you will use to make tax payments, and that's what you will use to set up bank accounts and anything with vendors. So once you have your trade name or LLC and your EIN, you are ready to begin. Talking real quickly about structure, sole proprietor or partners, often the case for our in-home childcare providers. That would be satisfied simply with a trade name. Or you can go ahead and get an LLC, and that is for one or more people who are owners, and that will change your tax liabilities as well. The S corporation is another option for owners who would be personally liable and are looking for some payroll opportunities. Either way, it's important to think about your structure before you begin. When you select a structure, again, critical to have partners in this relationship, and accountants and lawyers are extremely important in helping you begin the journey. The LLC does provide the extra protection for businesses, and with childcare, considering its liability, that may be the best choice. Once you have your trademark or LLC and, of course, your EIN number, then you can begin a bank account. It's very important to separate out our personal from our business accounts. We want to make sure that everything is nice and neat and easy to account for. We will have to do tax returns for those entities. And it's important that we make sure that we are separating our business banking from our personal banking. Depending on what city you live in, you may need to be required to get a business license, which is local. You can find out from your local city offices. Step 5, of course, very important, is business insurance. And in childcare, it is always challenging. Not only our partners here today, but also myself, we're happy to offer you some references or referrals that could assist you with that. And then, of course, if you do indeed decide to start an LLC, the other requirement by the Arizona Corporation Commission is that you publish your articles. Cost is around $100. So really, to start your own business, it's the money you need for your bank account. It's $10 for a trade name. It's $85 for an LLC. Very easy to do and very cost effective. One thing we also want to assist our new businesses with is a business plan. It's very important to have a detailed outline of exactly how you are planning to start and grow your business. You want to make sure that you know what your startup costs are and what your continuing monthly costs are going to be. And then, of course, you will estimate what your revenue will be based on how many children you have, how many locations you have. It's also important for putting together our sales and marketing, our websites, and our social media. These things are all addressed as part of our business plan. And upon completion, it should be a document that you can take to a bank to request any kind of funding that you may need. And we have simple one-page business plans. We have several-page business plans, and we also have an amazing, powerful program called Live Plan, and that's available to our clients at the SBDC. No better time than now. The earlier, the better. Starting planning, even if you're already in business, planning for that future, thinking about what your next steps are going to be. And again, what are your startup costs, your inventory, your equipment? How much is the website? You are going to have some legal fees. How much does it cost for an accountant? Again, the startup marketing. And how much cash flow are you going to need in the next 12 to 18 months to keep your business afloat? And the truth is, here it says quite simply, add 30% to whatever you're thinking, and you might be pretty close. So we have a tendency to underestimate what the costs will be. Please be honest with your assessment and add 30%. Again, it's so important to have partners as we begin the business journey. Having an accountant or a bookkeeper is critical in helping you start your business accounting. We want to make sure that's correct from the get-go. And of course, then you have someone that you can consult with to ask specific questions throughout the year and prior to the end of the tax year. Attorneys may be necessary for any kind of legal documents, partnership agreements, any kind of onboarding that you might need for client contracts. Again, important members of your team. Please feel free to reach out to your local SBDC throughout Arizona. Again, my name is Deborah. You can reach me in Coconino County at deborah.moker@coconino.edu. And our phone number is 928-526-7644. Thank you so much, and we look forward to helping you start your childcare business.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Deborah. Our next presenter is Rhonda Etzedy with the Arizona PBS, and she's going to tell us about the Arizona Registry, which is a wonderful resource for lots of professional development tools, as well as educational stuff that Arizona PBS provides.
I hope you all, thank you for joining us today. We have a provider that's in the room with us, so I apologize for having my back to you as we kind of are recording our presentations individually. As Kathy mentioned, and thank you, Deborah had mentioned, my name is Rhonda Etzedy. I'm with Arizona PBS, and we partner with First Things First to provide the program called Arizona Workforce Registry. And so we administer this resource in the program. So as you can see on the slides, I'm going to move through. Everyone can see my slides. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm the coordinator for Northern Arizona. I support Coconino, Yavapai, and Northwest Maricopa. And so it's a great opportunity to partner with different agencies that are here in the room, but also within the state of Arizona. We are a statewide program to support, like Kathy mentioned, early child professionals who are in the field. Just going to go through these slides to keep in mind of our time frame that I have available. Typically, we do this training in about an hour, so I'm going to condense some slides here and move a little bit through some information, but talk to points that are here. Like I mentioned, we're Arizona Early Child, Arizona Early Child Workforce Registry. And you can see here on the screen our website, but also what we do to support professionals within the workforce registry. It's a network that's been developed and created for professionals like you in mind so that you have resources readily accessible at the website. And I'll share that information in the chat, but just to kind of give you an overview. Really, what is the registry? And it's really, like I mentioned, an opportunity for you all professionals to access information, but also to keep all of your resources, your professional development. I like to say it's like like your portfolio. Back in the day, we collected all our certificates. We kept it in a nice binder and we took it with us. This registry provides so that you have that information electronically. And then that information is also shared across the state of Arizona so that everyone has, those who are registered and members, if there's employers, employees who have access to this information, they can access that as well. It's a way of kind of eliminating carrying all that paperwork, but also helping you to sustain, but also manage your professional development career information. The registry also administers the First Things First scholarship, which I'll speak to in a little bit. So one thing, information we need so that you can create the account, as you can see on this screen here, is you would complete a profile, get associated with the system, and then just follow the prompts that you need to set up your account. We do ask and recommend that every member utilize their personal email versus a professional email, because this, again, going back to what I mentioned earlier, is this is your portfolio, this is your account. So we would like you to use your personal information versus that information that's affiliated with your employer, excuse me. These next few slides are just overview of what you can anticipate seeing as a registry member, but also as you're kind of going through the process of becoming a registry member. One thing in particular, as we're looking at employment, as a home provider, you may or may not be licensed, but please don't let that deter you from becoming a member. You have the option to select self-employment. So if you're working as a home provider and you're not yet established as a license, you have that option to utilize that information, as you can see on the screen, for employment. And again, I'm available as your coordinator to support you through this process. If there's any questions or troubleshooting information that you need, then I'm available to support you with that. Again, just more detailed information about the prompts that will come up as you're developing and creating your profile. So I'm going to scroll through this information. One thing in particular, when you're done filling out all your demographics and your information in regards to setting up your registry account, it's important to continue with the registration as it's highlighted here. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen. That's going to help validate your email address. So once you've done the few steps as you start your registration with the system, you're going to get and receive an email to that account that you've created the membership with. So it takes a while. I'll be honest, it may take a few hours for the system to send an email to you. So we just ask that you be patient with the system. And again, you can contact me if you have any questions, and I can check on my end to see if there's any errors or mistakes that need to be fixed. So once you've created your account, you've verified your email, you're going to have full access to your registry account, and then you will continue to complete the information that's needed to fully submit and successfully create your account. Information that's needed, part of, as you heard me say, documentation as far as sustaining your portfolio or professional portfolio, you can access information by submitting documentation on the tabs that are provided. And so that's available here so that you can submit, like for myself, I've submitted certificates, but also my high school diploma, my degree. So those are information. This is why we have this information here so that you can have this information provided in your portfolio. And then should you apply for a position at a center or with a home provider, you have all of that documentation in there for yourself. You heard me say that for Arizona PBS partners with First Things First to provide the Arizona Early Child Workforce Registry, but also we administer the First Things First scholarship. And I'll talk through this information next. So one of the requirements to the First Things First scholarship is, like I mentioned, as we walk through, is developing and creating your Arizona Early Child Registry account. And so it's through that membership and that your profile page that you're able to access and apply for the First Things First scholarship. So as you can see on the screen, these are the steps that we ask prior to applying to the scholarship program. And it's important to understand these steps because you will need this information as part of the application process in your registry account. So we partner with the state of Arizona, any universities or colleges to provide the scholarship that supports your CDA certificate, your associate's degree, or a bachelor's degree. So I just spoke to this, so I'm going to kind of go through. But as you can see, those are the scholarships that we have available, through our First Things First scholarship. The scholarship, in addition to covering tuition, books, and fees, we also support sorry, I'm reading through this. My apologies, I just had a brain fog occur. So we support tuition, books, and college fees. And again, this is all information that you would need when you apply. I know it's a lot of information and kind of going quickly here through this information, but again, I just want to reassure you that I'm available to go through this process with you. It's a great opportunity if you're seeking a degree, associate's degree, or renewing your CDA certificate if that's a pathway you're interested in. In addition to supporting your academic endeavors, we also provide, as a thank you, the bonus program. So when you're approved as a First Things First scholar, once you've completed coursework within the early childhood field, so let's say ECE 100, you've successfully completed those 3 credit hours with a C or higher, then you are eligible for what you can see on the screen here, the bonus milestones. So you could earn up to $150 for credits within early childhood. So this is something that's unique, but it was also set up as a thank you from the developers to say, we appreciate the work that you do within early childhood, but also the continued efforts you're taking to get your associate's degree, continue with your CDA certificate, or also seek a bachelor's degree. So that's something that's unique information or opportunity. We do ask that you allow up to 2 weeks once you've applied for the scholarship so that we can review the information, but also confirm all the documentations that's needed for you to successfully be awarded for the scholarship program. So the next few slides speaks to professional development opportunities, whether it's through the Arizona Workforce Registry or that's available through Arizona PBS. So through the Arizona Workforce Registry, there's opportunities for you to access professional development and earn professional development hours that's going to get accumulated in your registry account so that you're earning those hours of professional development. And the great thing is that majority of them are free so that you can gain that knowledge and gain access to all of the trainings that are available at your convenience through your laptop. Some professional developments that are listed are also in person, but a lot of them are through webinar or like today through virtual support. If you're employed with a program or you are a home provider that's licensed for DES or DHS or both, you then have access to CCEI trainings that are available through the Arizona Workforce Registry. So, and as you can see, there's different webinars, interactive courses that are available through what we call the Sesame Street and communities. And so I'll kind of speak through to those information, that resource, because it's affiliated with Arizona PBS. So we kind of talked through the different opportunities this week. This slide really speaks to those who are directors or owners who are wanting to support their employers or employees with the system as well. Here's information about a tutorial, or you can also access the Arizona Early Child the Arizona Early Child Career and Professional Development Network, and that's the webpage that's available. We have different resources that are available that you can access. We partner Arizona PBS, like we partner with First Things First. We also partner with different agencies to have provide resources that are available on our website, which is Arizona PBS. One of those resources that is available is PBS Learning Media. This is really geared for those who are looking for resources, or even, as you can see here, a resource that's can be directly used in the classroom. In addition to PBS Learning, we also have Lantern, which is a free text messaging program for families for before birth up to the age of 11. Really, it's resources for you to access for free. And once you become affiliated with the system, you get direct messages sent to you via text. So if you just different tips, different ideas of how to support the children who you are caring for. Again, this is my information. If you have any questions or you would like more detailed support, I'm available. And this is my information that's provided on the screen. And I appreciate for what you do and what you continue to do in the support of young children and their families. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Rhonda. Next up, we have Yadi and Jennifer from CCR&R, and I'll let them introduce themselves to you.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Jennifer, and I'm the new Community Engagement Specialist. I'm going to be servicing Coconino, Yavapai, Apache, and Navajo counties. And I'm going to go ahead and let Yadi take it away.
Hi, everybody. So like they said, my name is Yadi, or Yadi Elise, and I'm also a Community Engagement Specialist with Child Care Resource and Referral. But I am part of Pima in Santa Cruz County. And today's session is about data certified family child care information. Child Care Resource and Referral plays a lot of roles in all of Arizona, and this is one of them in providing support for our providers. So we also fall under, oops, sorry. Sorry. So we also fall under Child and Family Resources. It's our main company, and then CCNR will follow under, and they do a lot of other resources all around Arizona for you guys. And then the services that we can offer at CCNR for child care providers is our child care information line. We list your business at CCNR referral database, an online child care research feature via the website, which is www.azccrnr.com. Referrals to your business by matching the days, times, rates, and services you offer with the needs of the families. We also do community education and engagement services, support providers with resources and professional development trainings. We can link you to other resources like the ones from today. Supportive services. We also can give you resources on expulsion and suspension resource requests and complaint requests. So the child care information line is our business hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can also go online at the website that I had provided previously. It is a 24/7 service. So if we happen to not be available or you happen to call on the weekends, you can definitely leave voicemails, and our information line people will definitely get back to you. When you do call as a provider wanting more information for childcare, our specialists on the phone will most definitely get all your information, talk to you about the different type of providers there are in Arizona, and give you basic information on what you need to get certified or licensed, just small details, just so you can get to know what you're actually looking for. So overview of child cares in Arizona. There are various types. There's contracted child care centers. There's child care group homes. We have DS certified family child care providers, which is what we're speaking about today. Then we have non-certified related relative providers, NCRPs. And then we have just registered providers. When you're looking at child care centers, it is a larger licensed facility. It's what you can kind of relate to kinder cares, La Palomas, anything like that, statewide. Often structured age-specific classrooms. So that's meaning it's 1-year-olds are with 1-year-olds, 2 with 2-year-olds, pre-K with pre-K, or small mixtures of like 1 to 2-year-olds, or even divided into 2-year-olds that are potty trained, 2-year-olds that are not potty trained, in a sense like that. Staff includes multiple caregivers, so it is ratio-based with admins. So teachers also can be moved around or will be moved around depending on the size of the students within each classroom. Oops, sorry. I apologize, guys. So group homes would be our next one, the childcare group homes. Those are smaller than centers, but are still licensed, typically in residential homes, mixed age groups. Those serve about 5 to 10 children, depending on what you get certified for and licensed, with about 1 or 2 caregivers. Sometimes could be more, just depending on the facility themselves. And then those are mixed children. So those can be anywhere from newborns to 12-year-old kids, all in mixed. If they have the room, those type of providers will most definitely separate them, but that is their choice. And then going down to what we're speaking about is DS certified family child care providers. They can care for up to 4 children for compensation, provide service for DES, which is the child care assistance, and private. They can also do private pay. The facility is in-home, and it is also mixed age groups. All these 3 can all be DS contracted and can receive that subsidy from any of the DS families. Going to non-certified relative providers, those are also approved for DS childcare, but the only difference is they must be blood related, marriage, or like a court decree related. Usually those are aimed towards maybe possibly grandparents, maybe older siblings that can care for them, anybody that is willing to help and kind of needs a little bit of that support with subsidy. Then we have our registered providers. These are unregulated providers. and they can care for up to 4 children for compensation. They do still, in order to be in our database, must be fingerprinted, background, CPR, and first aid certified. And anybody in all these facilities must be within that same range for 18 and older. So the benefits of becoming a DS certified provider. Mainly work from home. That's what most people are looking for. You know, a lot of the times we seek this opportunity because we want to teach other children, but also maintain our home lively, be with our own children. So it's be at home with your own family, be your own business. So set your own hours and rates, being able to, you know, set your time, either separate personal and business or combine it however you see fit. And then professional development. You qualify by doing this early childhood development scholarships, as was previously spoken about, educational trainings, and then there are food programs that will do reimbursements when you are licensed or any in that sense. Of course, I would like to read off that research shows that high quality childcare and preschool programs help children learn and develop important skills and abilities like motivation, self-control, focus, and self-esteem that prepare them for success in school and in life. And this is what you would be providing as a child care provider. You're here to make a difference in your own community. This is kind of like our roadmap to certification, just kind of like a view of what you might be, the steps you will be going through if you want to get DS license. Step 1 would be visit the www.azfamilychildcare.com website and watch a pre-application video. Then you'd click the link that follows the video to fill out a pre-application. This kind of just gives you an understanding of what you're actually looking into and if this is something you would like to do. In step 2, you would complete and submit the pre-application. A child care representative will contact you once information is received. I like to let people know that it could take promptly about 72 to 90 days to get somebody to contact you. Then step 3, watch the orientation video and complete the actual application part 1. Going into step 4, you will be assigned a certification specialist who will send you an application part 2, and then schedule that home consultation visit. During this visit, they will kind of talk to you a little bit more about the changes or maybe things that might need to be adjusted in the home in order to qualify. During the home consultation, like I said in step 5, the certification specialist will conduct an interview with you. This interview is to ensure that you are still serious about taking these next steps and also kind of get a feel for if this is something you would also still continue to do. Step 6 would be the certification specialist will leave homework for you to complete and return. And that's where I was speaking about, where they will come in and kind of see what type of changes might need to be in the home, if we need a fire extinguisher here, or any things that need to match up with the qualifications. Your file then in step 7 will be assembled, and the certification specialist will schedule your initial home inspection for certification. This is when everything she has left for you to do needs to be completed and done. It's moving on to step 8. After the initial inspection, and once you are in full compliance, your file will be sent to the certification supervisor for approval. Moving on to step 9, your file will be reviewed by the certifications supervisor. And then finally, step 10, if your file is approved, you will be sent a welcome packet that includes your new certification. Congratulations, you have finally become DS certified. For eligibility and requirements, which is a lot of, the main questions that we all have, like, what is it that we need? What is the main things? You must be 18 years of age in order to be the main child care provider. Background checks for providers and all household members aged 18 years and older must be conducted and passed. That also includes with fingerprints clearance cards for provider and all household members aged 18 and older must be done and passed. Current immunization records for provider and all family members aged 13 years and younger are going to be needed. Current proof of freedom from tuberculosis for provider and all household members is also going to be needed. Child care liability insurance will be needed, and that will be specified in that packet that they give you when you're filling everything out. Then you would need 3 references, professional or personal, anybody that knows you very well, that knows that you are so capable of doing this job, who you have known for at least 1 year. And then, of course, have a safe, healthy, and a child-friendly home environment. And then if you guys would kindly give us a rating on our presentation, that would be greatly appreciated. If you feel like we left anything out, or you have any more questions that you think need to be placed on here, or if you think we did an awesome job, we would greatly appreciate that. And then, of course, mainly just contact us. Ask any questions that you may have. If you still need a little bit more explanation, if you need to get a hold of either myself, Yadeliz, or Jennifer Lopez, depending on the counties that you want to open up this business in, please feel free to call the line, and they will give you our information directly, or give you just the information about the services and how you can get started to become a provider. Again, our phone number is 1-800-308-9000, and we are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Don't let that hold you back from calling on different times. Just leave us a message, and one of our girls on the line will get back to you. And then, of course, our consumer education website and online search is 24/7 at azccrnr.com. You can also fill out a pre-application there, and it will send it to us, and then we can get a hold of you and see if you're still interested in becoming a child care provider. And that is it for me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Yadi. Our next presenters are Tracy and Laura with Early Childhood Business Solutions, which is a program of Southwest Human Development.
Thank you, Kathy. We are super excited to be here. And I'm going to share a little bit about our program and what we do. Sure, I see one sound. There we go. All right. As Kathy said, we're a program of Southwest Human Development. Our focus is on the keeping childcare businesses sustainable. So Southwest Human Development, if you're not familiar, we have quite a few programs, but you're probably familiar with Quality First. We have a large Head Start support for Maricopa County. And we also operate the Birth to 5 helpline. So I'm going to share real quick. Hopefully it works today. Share a little bit about our program.
Welcome to Southwest Human Development's Early Childhood Business Solutions, or ECBS. We are here to help you build a strong and successful child care business. Let's explore what ECBS has to offer. Early Childhood Business Solutions is a comprehensive program designed to support child care providers in managing their businesses effectively. Understanding the unique needs of the child care business, our team provides management services to assist owners and directors. These services and networking opportunities are designed to streamline business processes, save administrative time, and reduce costs. We understand the unique challenges you face, and we're here to help you navigate them. ECBS offers different tiers of services and support tailored to meet your specific needs. We also understand your time is valuable, and that's why our services have different time commitments, allowing you to choose the level that works best for you. Whether you need occasional guidance or ongoing support, we have options to suit your schedule and needs. Tier 1 offers comprehensive support for new providers, including licensing training, AZ Toolkit subscription, basic business resources, peer networking through the ECBS network, access to professional development and funding opportunities via the ECBS listserv and virtual newsletter, and the ECBS support line. The ECBS support line is a service provided at no cost to early care and education providers throughout Arizona. It provides general support and resources, connects providers with network events, and enrolls providers with a business specialist for additional training and automation support. Tier 1 also includes our quarterly provider roundtable meetings, where child care providers from across Arizona come together to network and collaborate. It's an opportunity to connect with fellow professionals, share insights, and learn from each other's experiences. Tier 2 includes all Tier 1 benefits, plus individualized business coaching, training on childcare management software and business automation tools, and integrated leadership and business training series. Within Tier 2, you can also join our monthly business speaker series. The goal of each meeting is to expose providers to business experts in the community to build capacity in seeking knowledge, obtaining awareness, and gaining resources. Additionally, there is a Tier 3 with the same benefits, plus advanced business coaching and training, and participation in the Shared Services Network Hub. In our third tier, we introduce the concept of hubs. Hubs are collaborative networks of childcare programs that partner with ECBS for specialized support. By joining a hub, you gain access to shared resources and expertise, creating a strong and supportive community. Hub services can include accounting, payroll, bookkeeping, facility maintenance, marketing, substitute pool, and technology. Contact us today to learn more about Southwest Human Development's Early Childhood Business Solutions. Together, let's build a strong and successful future for your child care program.
All right. Thank you for listening to that little overview of our program. And then I'm going to flip over here and share a little bit of what's on our calendar. Anything that is on our calendar is open to the community. Any childcare provider, from someone starting up to our family and group home providers, as well as centers and even centers with multi-sites. They're all able to attend any of these information sessions and things that are on here. So right here at the top, you'll see an informational session. I host those Monday at 10 and Fridays at 1. And that's a great place to send any of the providers to come and just learn a little bit more about our program. They are super individualized. We always start out with asking them about their program and making sure we can explain to them exactly what we could do for them and not just a big general overview of our program. And then you'll also see our business speaker series on here, which was talked about in the video. Those are hosted monthly. We've got business health coming up on November 12th. We do offer registry credit for that. So as you heard Rhonda talk about, that registry credit goes, so you'll get the hours for attending those. Our program provides software to the providers that are participating. We offer 5 different versions of that. So those are ProCare, Brightwheel, Playground, Early Learning Ventures. Oh my gosh, Laura, what did I miss? That's it. So those 5 on there are demos for those. So providers can come and choose the software that is best for their business. And then going forward, once they've chose that software, we have Q&A sessions that are held with, those are hosted actually by the software companies themselves, and they're going to explain to you any new features that are coming out, any changes, and also be there to answer any specific questions if you're having an issue. Let's see, I don't think our roundtables are on here yet. Those are quarterly. We're going to talk about a hot topic in the business of early childhood education. Those are open statewide. You don't have to be a participant in our program to join those. We would love anybody to come and just to participate, get that camaraderie in the childcare community. So those are all available. And then I'm going to switch over here real quickly to contact, and Laura's going to jump on and talk a little bit about our support line.
Thank you, Tracy. I do want to mention that our support line is open Monday through Friday to providers across the state of Arizona. That 602-265-4768 will get you to a live body between 6 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday in order to answer any business questions, any childcare related questions. It's definitely a great resource in order to have that support, even though you may not be a part of the program yet, and then maybe get introduced to what we can offer you beyond that support line. But that is open to the state for any provider or potential provider to use. In addition to that, we do have an opportunity on our website here, just in the top right corner, that submit interest button. If someone is interested in joining our program, and would like more information, if they submit interest on that button there, they're able to add some information for us to get a hold of them and then join one of Tracy's information sessions to kind of get more information and direction on how to become a part of our program. And that's kind of a holistic piece or holistic overview of our website. A lot of resources on there. Tracy did want us to mention there is a blog post section on there as well with a lot of relevant and up-to-date information for the ECE world, and definitely some great reads and resources on there for potential providers or providers that are already functioning and have a business. So we thank you for your time today. If you would like to reach out to us, more than welcome to using that information on the contact tab. This is the blog post that contains tons of resources, but here at the contact us, you're able to get a hold of us and ask questions or become part of our program.
Well, thank you so much, Tracy and Laura. Really appreciate that. We have another person here who's going to share with you some resources around food. This is going to be Angela Hilton with Nutrition and Health Education Resources.
Hello, how's everybody? I'm here today to give you a little bit of information, actually 5 minutes of presentation for an hour's worth of information, but on the Child and Adult Care Food Program. We are a federal program that works with anybody that does childcare, and you can either be DHS licensed, DES certified, or you can be a private home. That's our term. Child Care Resource and Referral refers to it as a registered home. So we can work with anybody that's doing childcare in the state of Arizona. Here to talk about Coconino County specifically today. So what we do is we work with helping you with your food costs. So that is a big expense in your childcare business, and especially these days, very expensive. So what we can do is help with up to 3 times a day with 2 meals and a snack or 2 snacks and a meal, depending on when you're doing childcare. You pick your schedule. It's up to you. If you're working Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, the hours that you're working, we definitely work with you. So we do give you our meal pattern. Again, we are funded through USDA. We are overseen by the Department of Education. And then we are a sponsor of the program. So we bring you on board, we train you, we monitor, we do require a training each year. We are with Workforce Registry, so you get credit for that. I'm trying to think. The requirements, again, very similar to all the programs, 18 and older. You have to have a fingerprint clearance card. If you do not have a DHS certificate or DHS license or DES certificate, then you are a registered provider. That includes a health inspection, fire inspection, CPR first aid, and fingerprinting, and those allow you to participate on the program. So we can help you. We look forward to getting calls, emails. We'll link our information at the bottom of this presentation. And I think that's the logistics of the program. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Angela. I also want to mention two other resources that we'll put the link in the comments below the video here. And that is the CPLC Parenting Arizona is a resource that's available here for you to have support on the kind of best practices that you can do in your home to make sure that the kids are getting lots of interaction and making those neural connections that they make in birth to 5. So you can check them out and use their resources as well. Also here in Flagstaff, the Northern Arizona University has the Early Learning and Development Center, which is a lab school. So they've got students who work in there as well as professionals. They provide childcare and preschool for employees and students at Northern Arizona University, as well as a few spots for the community. And they're a really great resource for you in Northern Arizona to get further information and advice. So thank you to everyone that's here today that's been presenting with us. Thank you to the Coconino SBDC for pulling this together and hosting this on their YouTube channel. And thank you everyone for being on listening to our recording. Thank you.